Stricto, talk to me. A win at home against Southampton. Everyone's saying it should have been a win, routine win, and that's what we should expect as Arsenal. But how did you feel before the game?
Before the game, vex.
Why?
Because realistically, this should have been 6 points with the Everton game, and I just feel like every game we play, we're a week or 2 weeks behind in terms of like points and results. So yeah, I'm just vexed, and realistically, this don't mean nothing if you don't beat West Ham.
Do you know what's so mad? Just looking at your face and everyone else I've interviewed today, you would never think we won a game.
Yeah, because this is the carry-on from Everton.
Yeah.
I mean, Southampton were poor. Were we good or were they poor?
They were poor, but we were also good. At parts. In moments.
I mean, and that's it. We should be beating Southampton. We should be beating Everton. Like that still gripes me. I didn't get home till like 7 a.m. that day. And you know, when you lose away from home, like against in that fashion, like it adds like 30 miles to your journey. Do you know what I'm saying? And now you come to this game. Of course, if we don't win, obviously it's a different, you know, that's a different thing. But you're expected to win. You're expected to have a good performance. You're expected to, you know, we play one game a week. Yeah,
we should be flying.
We play one game a week. Yeah. Like other teams have had midweek games, and they're playing like, you know, energized, and we here puffing and puffing, like not pressing, and like what is exciting? What should I be excited about? Like what is
there was energy today. Players were pressing. Odegaard always presses. Lacazette's always pressing. Martinelli was pressing. There was energy with those three players up front.
Yeah, but those are the usual players that usually press anyway. Like, but again, like I said, you play one game a week. Like I expect it to be a collective, a unit, a unified press, and you know, like, but like I be honest with you, I still don't understand this man's style of play. I still don't understand his style of play. Like a few times I've seen us play out from the back. A few times we were lucky, and it's only a matter of time Ramsdale's going to get caught out with some of the balls. I mean, he's listen.
It was shaky in the lead up to the first goal.
Yeah, it was very shaky. Like I was like, whoa.
He's got it under control though.
Pippa,
I feel like he knows who he can mess around with. It was Southampton, and I feel like he can read who he can play those games with.
Nah, he plays it every game, and you know what? It works, and you know you applaud him, but I'm not so confident in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it always feels like a fine margin. You know, it always feels like that, and you know the guy's confident. Do you know what I'm saying? I love Ramsdale. You know, he came here with no expectation, and that's probably worked in his favour. You know, like everyone, like I said, I was one of his not biggest critic, but I didn't want us to sign him. I felt like there were better options. But he's proved everyone wrong plus taxes. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know, but he's doing well. But you know, like I said, I don't understand the style of play. I don't understand what's going on. It seems like a lot going on in the background. Aubameyang.
Talk to me about this Aubameyang situation. Talk to me about how it's been handled publicly and it's been addressed that it's disciplinary reasons, because that's the last thing you want to hear is that your captain is not disciplined.
Yeah, strip him of the captaincy.
We're just
100%. When you're a captain, you are the main ambassador for the club on and off the pitch. Yeah, and this isn't the first time, and I'm sure, and I can bet you any money this isn't even the second, third, or fourth time. I think for it's not the Arsenal way, or it's not the Arsene Wenger way to come and throw a player under the bus. But
this isn't Arsene Wenger though.
But it's not the Arsenal way.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's not the Arsenal way. But Arteta wants to get any bit of credit from myself and maybe most fans. Strip him of the captaincy, because if anyone else, if that was Granit Xhaka, I would be screaming, take the captaincy off of him. Aubameyang is no different. He's not. I mean, he earned the captaincy on a default.
Yeah, true.
Let's be honest. He didn't get the captaincy because he was captain material. He's not captain material. He's not a leader in my eyes. Like I said in previous interviews, is when we go a goal down, he's the first one to hunch. I've never seen him like, yo, come on, lads. I've never seen that from him. Do you know what I'm saying? There are other players deserving of captaincy.
This is where it gets technical though, because you're going to say Tierney.
I'm not going to say Tierney.
Who are you going to say?
Gabby.
Okay, yeah, Gabriel as well. But here's where it gets a bit technical, because from what we know, Arteta loves Granit Xhaka. Yeah, he wasn't there when Granit Xhaka was stripped of the captaincy. So what will happen now if he decides he wants to give it back to Granit Xhaka? Because that's his main man. That's who he gave a contract extension to.
No. See, if Arteta
don't know that though.
No, if Arteta done that, then there should be an outcry, because what Xhaka did should have had him transfer from the club, talk less of even playing and the possibility of getting it back. Arteta would be stupid to do that, because
but maybe that's the reason why he hasn't selected a new captain yet, because he doesn't know who to give.
The captains are there. You see it in the look. Gabby, like Tini, I wouldn't give it to Tini because of his injury record. Yeah. That's probably ruled him out for me. Of course, if he gets it, he's deserving of it. But you can look at the mainstays and you look at like who's consistent, who's a leader, who's the big guys, who you look at. Gabby all day long, Gabby. You can't give it to Ramsdale. He's just, if you give it to Ramsdale, it's like the armband's kind of meaningless because he just walked in. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? He just walked in, and our player's gonna respect a man who's just walked in. Do you know what I'm saying? You look at Gabby. Gabby's been putting in the performances. Like, he's the one actually carrying Ben White alongside with him. You know, so for me, it's obvious. But for me, you've got to strip Auba of the captaincy because he's proved time. Bruv, you got a fast car, bruv. You're coming in late. What's your excuse? What's your excuse?
Listen, there's traffic in London, you know.
Leave early. Leave early. That man don't live too far from the stadium, from the training ground. Yeah, usually when you sign for a team, you like to get a house not too far from the training ground. So what's that about? He's disrespecting. And listen, this is different from what he does when he scores. You need to separate the two. It's not a hate against Aubameyang. It's not a campaign against Aubameyang. But if you're a captain, you're an ambassador, and you fail time and time again, you're not fit for it. Then that's what you're basically saying. Maybe the honourable thing to do is come and say, do you know what? I don't want this captaincy because you lot are giving me too much. There's too much eyes on me. Like I can't stroll into training too late. Like, give it to someone who is fucking Gabby fighting man coming into his house. That's captain material. That's captain material. This guy is fearless. Yeah. Give it to be honest. I've always been an admirer of a captain being a defensive player anyway, because someone that can see the whole game. And Gabby's very measured. He's not erratic. He doesn't really lose his head. Do you know what I'm saying? And plenty of time I've seen him sparring on the team like come on. I've seen that. He doesn't speak English, but you don't need to. When you're a leader, all you need to speak is leadership. Yeah. That goes across any fucking language in the world. Do you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you something though. Let's say Aubameyang was on form and he was scoring goals. I mean, he helped us be in top 4 right now, and he did this same thing. Would you still be saying strip the captaincy? Would it still be this? Because I feel like everyone really is campaigning against Aubameyang right now.
No, it's not a campaign. Like I told you, you got to separate the two things. The two are not linked. Like, if Aubameyang is scoring goals, Aubameyang is scoring goals as a striker, so he's doing that job. But as a captain, you're not doing that job, so that job is vacant. So let's not mix the two. The two are not married. Do you understand? Yeah. So if he's scoring goals, great. But if he's doing stupidness, you strip him off that. Simple.
Let's get back to the game though. Man of the match, because we haven't spoken about the game, but your time's up now.
Oh boy, like I said, this is just an overspill from the Everton game. But man of the match, I mean, between Tomiyasu, solid.
You're literally the first person to say his name today.
Really? Yeah. I don't know. People don't watch the game like I watch the game.
Yeah, but everyone did it. Southampton. Everyone had a pretty decent game.
Tomiyasu's levels.
Won everything.
Like, not everyone. People don't get past him. Like, if you look at the pace that Southampton got around the channels, like he's up to it. Yeah. I mean, Martinelli, it would have been great for him to get a goal today. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And Gabby as well. Like, he scored the goal, and like, but for me, I'll give it to Tomiyasu, man, because like his levels hasn't dropped since he's been here, and he goes about his work silent. The guy doesn't make no noise. If he's fouled, he gets up and he gets on with it. Like, he deserves it, man.
One last question.
You're asking so many questions.
One last question, because your aura is upsetting me. Will we see you smiling after West Ham next week?
Smiling, me smile. I smile all the time.
He doesn't smile.
No, Pips. I smile all the time, but listen. West Ham is a must-win game. It's a must-win game. Am I gonna be happy at the end of it? I hope so, but the inconsistency is killing. Like, one thing we've been consistent in is the inconsistency, and I've seen us do this, and then a game that you have to win, you don't. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm smiling. Like, smiling is good for the spirit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm hoping I'm smiling. That's the best answer I can give you.